Good morning. It's turned out nice again. It's Thursday actually, the 24th of September 2020, and you're watching KopTalk.tv. Right. Now listen, we're probably live right now on KopTalk.tv, depending on when you're watching this. I do stream on here during the days, during the week, and the evenings, most evenings as well. We kick back on the Xbox. So if you're ever bored and you want to come along and have a natter with myself and the squad, then please do so. The squad is the people that support this YouTube channel that have clicked on the join button underneath the video and have become supporters of this channel. You can do that for it's like buying me a coffee or a beer once a month or something like that, and you get the extra videos and all that then, guys. So I'd love you to become part of the squad, obviously. If you're on an Apple iPad or an Apple iPhone, I think you've got to use a browser. I don't think it works for you guys somehow. I don't know. Anyway, how are you doing? You all right? It's very early in the morning. I haven't had a cup of tea. I haven't had any breakfast. Not that I have breakfast anyway, but I'm basically saying that I've literally just crawled out of bed. So it's maybe a little bit darker in this studio than it usually is. Oh, but this is my office, if I'm truthful with you. So I wanted to talk to you about the signing of Jota. Is that how you pronounce it? You know what I'm like? If it's not Jack Daniels or John Smith, I ain't got a fucking clue how to pronounce these names. Now listen, the mood change over them few days with you fuckers was incredible, and also myself. I think that prior to the double signing of Thiago and Jota, people were a bit like, fucking hell, I hope we do something, and a few months ago, I was quite negative. I was saying things like, if we are complacent in the summer, if we do not do any business in the summer, then I'm going to be a little bit worried. But I did always say, let's hold, reserve judgment until the transfer window's closed. And people were saying to me, do you think we will do business this summer? And I was like, yeah, I do. I do think we'll do that. I think if you go back a few months, the mainstream media sometimes don't help the Liverpool clique. I remember Melissa Reddy saying there'll be no money in the summer and everyone went into meltdown. But I wouldn't listen to what she's got to say. Wouldn't listen to what she's got to say. I missed the letter. I missed the word too. Oh, it's early, innit? I'm not awake yet. So, the mood changed completely. And I went from thinking, can't see us doing out this year unless we spend. And I wasn't going to say anything until the transfer window closed. To that's it, we're going to challenge for the title, and I kind of feel like that right now. I feel quite buzzed up and psyched up, and I'm sure you guys do too. Now this one came out of nowhere, this signing, which is what I like. Although my job, if you want to call it that, or the KopTalk website, the whole KopTalk thing, is primarily about transfer speculation because it's all football fans talk about. I actually do like it when deals like that happen. Now, everyone's like, oh, nobody knew anything about it. We got an email overnight, the night prior to it coming out, and if you read KopTalk.com in the morning, prior to it going out, because I'm desperately clutching to this, we put an article on the website on the morning of the 18th, which mentions Sarr, Jota, and Colley. And it was, if I go to my diary, KopTalkDiary.com, you can, if you order one of those guys, it's a season diary, so it's like what's been in the news, what hasn't been in the news, and I do like entries during my day. So like today, for example, everything that I see or everything that I hear, whatever it goes, is individual entries on a page by page, like day by day basis. So if we look back to Friday the 18th of September, the first entry in that morning, which would have been when I got to my desk, was I received an email overnight advising me to keep an eye on Diogo Jota's situation at Wolves. A known source tells me that Liverpool are interested. A little bit later that morning, another source on the members website, this is the KopTalk members website, which you get access to if you get the middle tier on this channel or above, the middle tier or above. If you get the VIP or Legend tier, you can join me on the members website. It says another source on the members website who has an exemplary track record, posted this morning that Jota has been reviewed. As yet, there's nothing been reported by the media. Now, it has been reviewed. I read that and I was like, I guess it means looked at or has been reviewed maybe ahead of a bid. I don't know. I would have to speak to that person. I posted an article about our interests in Sarr, in Sarr and Colley, Omar Colley on KopTalk, and included the snippet, which is the article I was just about to tell you about. So this was Friday morning. I put, we should also mention that another KopTalk source has also advised us to monitor speculation surrounding Wolves winger Diogo Jota, 23. I think it's important to mention this, should something come out about him later. He's a great player and I'd love to see him recruited, but surely he would be an alternative to Sarr. And then, other entries are in the diary during the day to do with other things, to do with Thiago. The odds on Watford winger Ismaïla Sarr joining Premier League champions Liverpool have been significantly reduced. However, I can't see this happening unless Watford reduce their demands. Talk about Dembele at Barcelona. There was a link there. The young Liverpool defender and Wolves. Obviously, he was linked with Wolves. I think that came out on the same day. Although I've put, no, it must have come out early because I put it started to sound like Liverpool defender Kijan, whoever could make the switch to Wolves. I find this interesting because of the Jota email and the stuff posted on the members' website about him. So we got it out on KopTalk.com on the main site in the morning. We had a very highly regarded, respected, probably one of our best, I hate saying sources, but friends, contributors or whatever to the members' website, also saying in the morning that there was something happening with Jota basically, or that there could be, or we were told to. And like I say in the news article, I said, look, we should also mention that we've been advised to monitor his situation at Wolves. What we didn't expect is that later in the day, the mainstream media started talking up Jota to Liverpool, while the source mentioned above said that he has been reviewed. Hang on a minute. The source mentioned above, who said, see, I've got to edit it on the fly. While the source mentioned above, who had said he has been reviewed, now posts that there has been contact between both clubs. Wow! This is some development. In the early evening, Paul Joyce of The Times posts on Twitter, Liverpool interested in Wolves forward Diogo Jota, and I've now put after that, he's the only journalist that gets scoops these days concerning the Reds, and I genuinely think he is, guys. He's actually the only journal that I pay attention to. He's usually first with such stuff. This must be happening. 13 minutes later, and the Liverpool Echo conveniently posts a similar claim. He is the only journalist. He is part of the Liverpool clique, but I think he's his own man, and I think that is he part of the Liverpool clique? Well, I would say that the Liverpool FC clique of journalists tend to publish things all at the same time. I actually think that Paul Joyce deserves a bit more respect than that. I genuinely think that he is above all the other journalists, and I do think he's the only one that gets the scoops. I've got to be honest with you. When I say a scoop, I don't mean an interview, an exclusive interview, or bollocks like that. I mean, he's the one that tends to get things first, and it's just what I think. I still keep an eye on the other people. Like I've put, he's the only journal that I pay attention to. What I mean by that is the only journal that I pay attention to with regards. I don't feel he's in anyone's pocket. And when I say pocket, I don't mean financial. I just don't feel like he needs to toe the line, if that makes sense. I still pay attention to the other journalists because I like to know what they're saying. And when some of them start denying things, I start to think they haven't got a fucking clue. I mean, look when the Thiago news broke and it was everywhere. I mean, everywhere. The Athletic, James Pearce is tweeting out an exclusive from The Athletic about us signing Thiago. I don't know the audacity, because these lot told us that it were happening, especially the Liverpool Echo. So, anyway. So Paul Joyce posts that. 13 minutes later, the Liverpool Echo conveniently posts a similar claim. Melissa Reddy now chimes in to claim that Liverpool have been interested in Jota for a while. he has been mentioned before with us, but I don't believe for a minute that she or anyone else in the media knew that we were about to make a move for him. And it continues. It's one of the longest days and one of the longest entries in this season, long review, if you like, which will be available at the end of the season. It started on the first day the transfer window opened, I think, and it runs until the last day of the season. KopTalkDiary.com. If you get one, I'll put your name in it. If you get one now, I'll put your name in it as in the credits, acknowledgements for supporting me. I really do need your support this year, guys, more than ever. The COVID is proving a very difficult time for a lot of us, and a lot of people are having to drop out, and it's difficult. So by getting yourself a copy of that, which will be a digital download at the end of the season, then it would be helping the big man. And as too it would be if you join my channel. And thanks to those of you that already have. So that obviously went on, and it happened, and it moved very fast, didn't it, guys? And it left me in a situation where, God, you can tell it's early. It's like I'm not being stupid. You know what I'm saying? I need some coffee. It left me in a situation where I started to think, why did it happen so quick? I mean, I don't know if you're like this or whether you don't care and you just go, oh, that's that then, nice one, other player. I was very much, I would then, as the day was going on, I was going, what's happened? Why has that come about? Because they haven't been trying to go for him, in my opinion. It's just, from my experience, 22 years of this shit. And the people you get to know as a result of it, and the patterns that you see, there was none of that. And to think that not a single person would chat from either club or an agent or anything suggests to me that genuinely did all kick off within the 24 hours. So we received the email overnight, and that day prior is probably when there was some sort of contact. And I start to think, like, what happened then? So in my opinion, and I'm purely speculating, is that they were pushing for someone that they wanted, big time, and the obvious name there would be Sarr, and they realised that the holding club, if you like, club, as Rafa would say, club, it's too early, realised that they probably weren't going to move, and went, you know what, fuck it, I've got that attitude, are you a bit like that, guys? There's stuff in your life, and that when something's like, I said, you know what, fuck it, I'll do this instead. And that's what I think that they did. And I think they turned to him immediately and made it happen. Now, therefore, I mean, look, we can only assume, I should say, because I don't know if you're on the same wavelength as me, that it was Sarr. Because, and we're going to stick with Sarr, because in the original article on the 18th of September, that morning, where I mentioned Jota and said, look, we've been told overnight, basically, to monitor speculation surrounding him. The main article was titled, Liverpool maintain interest in Ismaïla, Sarr, or whatever it's called, Jota and Colley looked at. So, I'm telling you that Jota and Colley are being looked at on the morning before it all kicked off, yet the main article was about Sarr, and the opening sentence was, Liverpool remain interested in Sarr and will push to try and broker a deal with Watford before the transfer window closes, because that was the current state of play within 24 hours from then, or what we were led to believe. The Reds boss Jurgen Klopp still wants to recruit the 22-year-old Senegal international, but the mooted £40 million asking price is a problem. The same source on the KopTalk members website, who provided running commentary with regards to Thiago and called everything correctly as usual, he's amazing, insists that the Reds will make a move for Sarr during the final week of the window, providing, of course, nothing else materialises prior to then. Well, two things have happened prior to then. One thing has happened that could affect that materialising prior to then, and that is the signing of Jota. Club officials believe Watford may buckle with their demands and lower the asking price before the window slams shut. It was kind of like it was the same source, same contact, same contributor. I don't like using the word source. It was the same contributor that said that we would definitely put a bid in for Thiago if nothing materialised being prior. In other words, they would make. Do you remember the formal bid? Yeah, it was basically the same kind of thing. So what it seemed to be was, it really seemed to be. Lost my train of thought. If they couldn't agree a deal with Sarr, then it sounded like they were going to just go make him an offer before the window closed anyway, to see if they'd take it. And hopefully Watford, their arse would collapse, because it was the last chance to get, do a deal probably this window anyway. So at some point, someone somewhere, something has changed, and you would have to assume that Watford have gone, no, we're not going to move now or at the end of the window, and Liverpool have just gone, do you know what, fuck it, so we'll go for him. However, this is the bit that, we all assume that means that it was Sarr. First of all, we're not assuming that we were going to go for Sarr. I believe that 1,000,000%. I believe he's been on the radar all summer. What we assume is that if we've turned our attentions to Jota, then it must have been Sarr, but I don't know that. Maybe there was somebody else who was sniffing around. I don't know, because I tell you what, guys, the suggestion about Sarr is still rumbling on, and that was what I wanted to talk to you about in this video, if I'm completely honest with you. The suggestion is that we could still go for Sarr if we move out, several of these other midfield players, for example. And I just wonder what you think about that. Do you think that we could end up with both of them, or do you think, nah, that's ridiculous? I mean, common sense to me says no. And common sense to me says they couldn't deal with Watford on that front. So it is Watford. We've got Watford and Wolves. I keep putting the wrong names in the news articles when I talk about these two. I just think common sense says that they tried and just went, fuck it. I can't imagine that I can't imagine any other scenario. I just think that was the scenario, and because of that, it just makes you think, well, Sarr can't happen, can it? Surely, but there are still suggestions that it could, and I think maybe today, tomorrow, we might see something a bit more credible. But I tell you what, the days now of looking to the printed media, those hacks, that we talk about, the Liverpool FC click, they are gone, guys. The amateur Liverpool blogger or Twitter twat ITK, whatever they want to call themselves, I won't pay too much attention to them, especially the ones that are throwing betting links at you, because they're just trying to make money out of you. Now, you could say, well, hang on, Dunk, you've got memberships on your channel and you push things and stuff like that. Well, yeah, but the difference is, I have to pay for all of this shit. It doesn't cost nothing for a Twitter account. I have to earn about £600 or £700 a month before I can just break even. And it's really, really difficult. So, and I've been doing it for 22 years, okay? And those of you that have been with me from the start, you know the sort of people that have been involved with KopTalk over the years and the various players that have worked for me. So I just don't want you to get mugged off by these people. And you've got to remember, as someone that's done it for 22 years and built up a network of sources or contacts or friends or contributors or whatever, even then, what you hear can be limited. So I look at these Twitter twats and I just think, how do they know everything? Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, look, there's an obvious account on Twitter that tweets about all clubs. That is purely a business, and they don't care what you think of that person. That person behind that project is just doing it for to revenue, and they don't care about reputation. They don't care. So if I say to you today, absolutely 1,000,000,000%, guys, we will not sign Sarr, and it happens, you guys are intelligent enough to know that things change. But for me, I would really be hurt by that. I'd be very disappointed, because I would think I got that wrong. And although you guys move on and you're all right, the people that don't like me will go, see, fuck up. You know what I mean? I get that. But those of you that know and understand that things change in football are like, it's all right, don't you know what I mean? That's why you don't really see me saying this is what will happen, because I prefer not to make predictions, even though in my head I think that's going to happen. So I prefer to say this is what I think. But to someone like me, I'm accountable. I use my real name, and It does. It wounds me when stuff gets wrong. But let's be honest, guys. I'm not often very fucking wrong, am I? That's why it says Dunk knows best. You know what I'm saying? DKB. He's fucking waking up. So yeah, but I'm saying, like, buy a paper. Fuck off. You don't need to buy a paper, because I think if you can immerse yourself in, let's say, like a members website or community where there's thousands of Liverpool fans. That's well established. You get people that they know what they've got a good thing what's going on. Do you know what I mean? And I just think that the Thiago one proved to me this summer that they haven't got a fucking clue, guys. They haven't got a clue. And Jota just coming out of fucking thin air. Another 24 hours and I'd have been able to go, we fucking got that. You know what I mean? But never mind. Don't suppose it really matters. So I'm waffling on now. I think I need my coffee. Yeah, I'm sorry if the video's a bit like, I know it's probably no different to normal, but it is really, really, the sun's not even out yet. It's just sunrise. And you can probably tell in my voice I'm a little bit tired, so I'm going to go and make myself a coffee. But basically the video that I'm making now, and there will be another video coming up today for members on this YouTube channel. Excuse me. That'll be to do with Koulibaly and who else? Oh, fucking hell. Can't remember who it was. I'll have to check my notes because I haven't really gone through my emails this morning yet. Yeah, if you are a member of this YouTube channel, there will be a video for you today, guys. All right, so I'll get on with that a little bit later. I do a KopTalk podcast as well, which I did an episode yesterday, which you might be interested in. Touching on some of these things in this video, probably a little bit better. It's now on Amazon as well, Amazon Music or Amazon Podcasts. It's on there as well, but it's on Spotify, Deezer, the TuneIn Radio app, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Or if you just go to your app store on your phone and put Pocket Casts in, because that's a really good free app, or any other Pocket podcast app, just search KopTalk or Liverpool FC KopTalk. And you'll be able to follow that. I noticed someone, one of you messaged me. I can't remember. Apparently, someone on YouTube's putting KopTalk in the title of their videos, and I think their username is the Redmen or something like that. That boy's fucking got his head switched on. He's KopTalk, every video KopTalk by the Redmen. I don't know. Maybe we should be flattered. And maybe he should be flattened. What do you think? Yeah, kick his fucking teeth in. I need a coffee. Right, guys. By the way, I'm losing my weight still. And in fact, this t-shirt's too big for me. I found it today. I was like on my way to make this video for you. And I was like, well, I can't get changed. This is going in the bin when I've done this video. I used to be 5XL. I'm now down to a modest XL. I think this is a 2. And I don't know how I still got it, but it's too big, so you won't be seeing this one again. I hope you're okay. I know it's a difficult time with the COVID wherever you are in the world, and I know you maybe got opinions that are like, it's all a fucking scam, whatever. Just put your mask on, shut the fuck up, will you? Stop being selfish. Just let's think about older people and vulnerable people and stuff like that. I mean it, guys. We've got to do it. And I haven't seen my kids all year. I haven't seen my grandson or my children since December last year, because obviously I'm overseas from them, and I can't go back because if I go to the UK I get quarantined for 2 weeks, which means I can't go and see them, so I just can't go fucking back. So I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to see them this year, or my family. I can't go and visit my mum's grave, which is I know it's a one-sided conversation, but it means a lot to me to do that. So I feel a bit down with things, so I just think the sooner that we all help each other out and stick to the same side, and we can maybe get through this, And I do hope that, things are going okay in your lives and it's not too much of a burden financially and things like that with work, etc. It is difficult. I've seen a lot of people drop out, their support of me and messaging me going, Dunk, I would never stop supporting you, buddy. And I've been like, whoa, you look after number one, and we'll see you when you're on your feet again. And obviously that has an effect on me. So if you are in a position to support my channel, please do click on join underneath the video. or if you can't do that, a thumbs up inspires me. It makes me think that I'm doing something right. And KopTalkDiary.com is would be a big help if you would be as kind as to place an order for that. And I'll probably update the information on there today about that, because it's definitely going to be a digital download. And that's about it, guys. I think I'm going to go and get my coffee now, or a cup of tea, and we'll regroup later. Like I said, there will be a video for members later today, and I will be streaming today. So in fact, in the next few minutes, I'll be streaming live on YouTube all day. Do come along. I mean, I'm not saying it's entertaining. It's just me sat working, but we do get people coming. There's a few girls that come in as well. And you know what I'm saying? If you've got WhatsApp and that. Right, guys. I'll ask again. This video really is about Sarr. Do you think Liverpool Football Club could sign him as well? I don't know. I'm just curious as to why the speculation is continuing. And we know that speculation is rife all over. Hiya. We know speculation. That'll be after my coffee. We know speculation is rife all over, and we don't normally pay attention, but it's who's behind the speculation. And I just think, nothing would surprise me in Liverpool at the moment. But what I do know is that we're back in the race as far as I'm concerned for the title. I do. And you might think, we were never out of it. I don't know. Maybe we'll never know. But one thing is for sure, the transfer window hasn't closed yet, so don't be too excited, because they might sell Firmino, Salah and Mane, and then you'll all be fucking going mental again. FSG out. Right, guys, I hope you liked the video. It's alright. I know I'm a little bit tired, but I just wanted to catch up with you on things, and really just to pick your brains as to whether or not you think Sarr could still be on the radar, or are you more inclined to go in my way of thinking that Liverpool went, you know what, fuck off, we're just going to go and get him instead, and that's now dead. I don't know. Let me know what you think, guys. And don't forget KopTalk TV. KopTalk.tv. Alright, well, first of all, it's KopTalk.tv, because if you type it in, www.KopTalk.tv, it brings you here. Not just a fucking chubby face, you know. And, fat face. And KopTalk TV is on Twitter and Facebook. That's right. Go and go and search, and then you'll know when stuff's coming out and everything. All right. And if you subscribe to this YouTube channel, I would recommend the YouTube app. It's very good. And go to my channel page, the front page, and tick the bell where it says notifications, and set it to all. And then you won't miss a thing. Hopefully. I mean, there can be a bit hit and miss them notifications, but it is helpful. All right. All right, guys. Don't forget, if you love a brother, thumbs up me video, and if you really want to be supportive, buy the old man a coffee or a vodka and coke. Join the channel. All right, guys, I'll be back with you guys who support me a bit later on. Take care, guys. Have a good day.